Coming up next to the stage, my good sister, I haven't seen you in quite a while. She always come here with some heat, with something for the people. If you don't mind putting your hands together, left hand, right hand, make a sound for Dr. Elsa.
Among the many hats that I wear, I'm a suicide prevention advocate, and this poem that I'm going to share with you today is the third poem in my Suicide Note series. It's a branch of confessional poetry, and the first one I shared a couple years ago was called A Suicide Note. The second one I tried to tell you, and this one is called Punished for Surviving. I wasn't supposed to live. At least that is what I understood. From the silence I had to swallow, long before the attempts leading to my last breath. I survived somehow, and somehow my existence became the crime. I was punished for surviving, for giving my salam through the morning, for choosing breath over death, for crawling back to a world that never saw me, and for giving that world, even if they showed no mercy for my suffering. I told the truth and they called it drama. I spilled my soul and opened my wounds. And they thought I was crying for attention. I shared my story and they made me feel like I should have kept it to myself. They didn't know that silence almost killed me. It didn't matter that speaking my truth saved my life. I was punished for trying, punished for fighting, punished for saying, I am here. I am still alive. I am special. I matter. My voice matters. My story matters. As if my existence was a threat and my resilience became the rebellion. They loved the version of me that was contained and pushed to the corner because everyone likes a silent woman in the darkness inside a cardboard box, easier to pity than to see her blossom into a fierce lioness. But the moment I stood in the light, the moment I held my chin just a little higher, the moment I said, no, I will not be ashamed. I will not be ashamed of my poverty. I will not be ashamed of my pain. I will not be ashamed of asking for help. They turned away. I didn't know that my survival, would make people this uncomfortable. It reminds them of their own truth. They are too afraid to accept. I was punished for not disappearing, for refusing to stay small, for refusing to stay in the dark, for refusing to rot, to die. They told me healing was beautiful, until they saw what healing actually looked like, until they saw real, messy, righteous anger, a woman angry, her grief in flames, blazing passion and recovery, until they saw that healing means telling the whole truth, not the filtered version, not the one that keeps everyone comfortable and at peace, because their peace relies on the silence. I was punished for empowering myself, as if women like me should only rise clandestinely in gratitude for the crumbs of support without disturbing the peace of the very people who broke us and the very systems that pretend that we are the broken ones, to escape from status quo scrutiny of conformity and mediocrity, draining our humanity. You may not hear it said out loud, it's in the silence, in choosing the denial of the magnitude of my survival. I was punished for my return to the surrender, for using the hijab, not just for the protection of my dignity, for reclamation of my identity, but to honor God's words proclaimed upon our death. To Him we belong and to Him we return. I was punished for thanking Allah for saving my life, for choosing life. I lived even if I was limping and that annoyed them. I spoke even when my voice was shaking and that threatened them. I saved my own life and my God, that enraged them. I was punished for coloring outside lines when I was supposed to fall in line. But here I am, spilling the truth that were meant to be spoken, writing words they hoped would stay hidden, fighting to build a life they believe I don't deserve. I was punished for pursuing my dreams on survival mode, punished for seeking love and belonging on fight mode. No, this is not a suicide note. This is a survival declaration, a reclamation of the dignity of my persistence. If my existence offends them, if my truth scares them, if my story disrupts their comfort, let this be my resistance. I was punished for surviving, but I survived anyway. I survived the punishment for surviving. They can pray for mercy. I get to pray for justice. Solidarity with all those who have been misunderstood because of their identity. Thank you so much, and please please support suicide prevention. Free Palestine, free Sudan.
Check. Can't get one more time for Dr. Elsa. She's one of the first folks that came up here. It was like Free Palestine, so big ups to her, Free Palestine, Free Sudan, all that good stuff. What I'll say about you is that your message has always been strong and intentional and direct, but your voice is stronger. Your voice is stronger and it's certain, like literally and figuratively. Like I can see the growth, so I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Keep sharing, keep advocating for whoever you need to advocate for. You doing good work. So one more time for Dr. Elsa. Like the princess, but she's a doctor.